Strike. To strike someone or something is to hit them.
She struck the other girl in the face.
Support. To support something is to like it and help it be successful.
Everyone at work supports the new plan.
Task. A task is work that someone has to do.
Who has the task of building the brick wall?
Term. A term is a word for something.
I often use the term oops when I make a mistake.
Unite. To unite is to get together to do something.
If we unite, we can finish our project faster.
Coach. A coach is a person who teaches sports.
My coach gets very excited during games.
Control. To control something is to make it do what you want.
To control the TV, just push the buttons.
Description. A description of someone or something says what they are like.
I gave a description of the man with the gun and hat to the police.
Direct. If something is direct, it goes straight between two places.
The green path is a direct route to my house.
Exam. An exam is a test.
I did some practice questions for the math exam on the board.
Example. An example of something is a thing that is typical of it.
Cola is an example of a soft drink.
Limit. A limit is the largest or smallest amount of something that you allow.
My mother put a limit on how much I could use the phone.
Local. If something is local, it is nearby.
The local market in my neighborhood sells all the food we need.
Magical. Magical describes a quality that makes someone or something special.
The fireworks made the night sky look so magical.
Mail. Mail is letters and other things sent to people.
I get a lot of mail because I have friends all over the world.
Novel. A novel is a book that tells a story.
He wrote a great novel about ancient China.
Hardly. If something hardly happens, it almost does not happen at all.
I hardly saw the concert since I had to leave early.
Intend. To intend to do something means to plan to do it.
I intend to finish college in 3 years.
Laughter. Laughter is the sound produced by laughing about something funny.
Susan's joke made her classmates burst into laughter.
Log. A log is a thick piece of wood that is cut from a tree.
The fire was too small, so we added another log to it.
Military. The military is the armed forces of a country.
I joined the military after I finished high school.
Obey. To obey means to follow what a law or a person says you must do.
My little sister did not obey my mother. Now she is in trouble.
Secure. To secure something means to get it after a lot of effort.
I was able to secure a good grade on my test after weeks of studying.
Steady. When someone or something is steady, they are under control.
The problem was hard, but she remained steady and solved it.
Trust. To trust is to believe that someone is honest and will do what is right.
I trust my friends. They don't tell my secrets to other people.
Twist. To twist something is to wrap it around itself or another thing.
She twisted the spaghetti around her fork.
Unless. Unless means if not or except when.
Unless you clean your room, you cannot play with your friends.
Weapon. A weapon is an object that can be used to hurt people.
Swords have been used as weapons for thousands of years.
Associate. To associate means to connect something with a person or thing.
Most people associate birthday parties with having fun.
Environment. The environment is the place where people work or live.
Keeping our environment clean is important to our health.
Factory. A factory is a building where things are made or put together.
We have only one factory in our town.
Feature. A feature is an important part of something.
The cell phone has many features.
Instance. An instance is an example of something.
I have never experienced an instance of hate. Have you?
Involve. To involve means to be actively taking part in something.
The whole family was involved in playing the game.
Medicine. Medicine is something you take to feel better or treat an illness.
The doctor gave me medicine for my cold.
Mix. A mix is different things put together.
The green mix we made in science class spilled onto the table.
Organize. To organize is to plan or get ready for an event.
Make a list to help you organize the things you need.
Period. A period is an amount of time when something happens.
In one period in Europe, there were many nights.
Populate. If people populate an area, they live there.
Billions of people populate the earth.
Produce. To produce something is to make or grow it.
This tree produces apples every year.
Range. A range is a number or a set of similar things.
I saw a range of cars to choose from.
Recognize. To recognize something is to know it because you have seen it before.
I recognized an old friend from many years ago.
Regular. If something is regular, it happens often and in equal amounts of time.
Our regular lunchtime is around noon.
Sign. A sign is a notice giving information, directions, a warning, etc.
The sign indicated that today would be a bad day.
Outline. An outline is the plan for a story or essay.
Before I wrote my essay, I made an outline.
Poet. A poet is a person who writes poems.
William Shakespeare was one of the greatest poets.
Print. To print something is to put it onto paper.
Make sure that you print your name clearly.
Scene. A scene is one part of a book or movie.
A movie is made up of many short pieces or scenes.
Sheet. A sheet is a thin, flat piece of paper.
I only needed a single sheet of paper to do my homework.
Silly. If someone or something is silly, they show a lack of thought.
I made a silly mistake of dropping Mom's vase.
Store. A store is a place where you can buy things.
I picked up a few things at the grocery store.
Suffer. To suffer is to feel pain.
Her headache made her suffer all day.
Technology. Technology is new things made by using science.
He loves technology, such as laptop computers.
To bring means to take someone or something to a person or place.
Oscar will bring in all the boxes.
Castle. A castle is a building with strong walls where royalty usually lives.
The castle was built many years ago.
Command. To command someone is to tell them to do something.
The general commanded his army to attack.
Counsel. To counsel someone is to listen and give advice about a problem.
The teacher counseled the girl about her troubles.
Insure. To insure is to make certain that something happens.
Eating good food ensures that we stay healthy.
Explosion. An explosion is a violent burst, usually with a loud sound.
A nuclear explosion can cause great damage.
Spend. To spend is to use time doing something or being somewhere.
I like to spend my free time fishing.
Strange. When something is strange, it is not normal.
Joe had a strange look on his face after he saw what happened.
Truth. The truth is a fact or something that is right.
He was telling the truth about seeing a large green snake.
Wake. To wake is to not be sleeping anymore.
He is always full of energy when he wakes in the morning.
They worry that something bad will happen.
She was anxious about not making her appointment on time.
Awful. When something is awful, it is very bad.
Her performance last night was awful.
Consist. To consist of is to be made of parts or things.
Today's choices for lunch consisted of pizza, hamburgers, and hot dogs.
Desire. To desire is to want something.
My sister desires a big house and lots of money.
Eager. When a person is eager about something, they are excited about it.
The man was eager to talk about the good news.
Household. A household is all the people who live in one house.
Our household is made up of my father, my mother, and me.
Intent. An intent is a plan to do something.
Her intent is to visit Italy next summer.
Landscape. A landscape is how an area of land looks.
The landscape of the country is very green.
Lift. To lift something is to move it higher.
The man tried to lift the box.
Load. To load is to put objects into something.
The man loaded the boxes into a truck.
Lung. A lung is the organ in the body that fills with air when breathing.
Having strong lungs is necessary for a healthy life.
Motion. A motion is a movement that someone makes.
The police officer made a motion with his hand.
Pace. The pace of something is the speed at which it happens.
I ran the race at a slower pace than my friend.
Polite. When someone is polite, they are acting in a thoughtful way.
The boy was very polite. He behaved very thoughtfully.
Possess. To possess something is to have it or own it.
My uncle possesses 3 sheep, a chicken, a cow, and a dog.
Rapidly. When something happens rapidly, it happens very fast.
The train moved rapidly on the tracks.
Remark. To remark is to say something.
The teacher remarked on how quickly the students were learning.
Seek. To seek is to look for something.
If I have a problem, I seek my sister's advice.
Shine. To shine is to make a bright light.
The candles are shining in the dark room.
Spill. To spill is to have something fall out of its container.
I spilled the coffee on the table.
Appropriate. When a thing is appropriate, it is right or normal.
It's appropriate to wear a suit when you go to the office.
Avoid. To avoid something is to stay away from it.
Avoid the broken bottle on the floor.
Behave. To behave is to act in a particular way, especially to be good.
She always behaves well when her father is around.
Calm. When someone is calm, they do not get excited or upset.
A nice warm bath makes me feel so calm.
Concern. Concern is a feeling of worry.
I was filled with concern after reading the newspaper.
Content. To be content is to be happy and not want more.
The baby looked very content sitting on the floor.
Expect. If you expect something to happen, you believe it will happen.
I expect the bus to be here very soon.
Frequently. When something happens frequently, it happens often.
We meet frequently, either at the beginning or ending of the week.
Habit. A habit is a thing that you do often.
Smoking is a bad habit that can kill you.
Instruct. To instruct is to teach.
My teacher instructs us in several subjects.
Issue. An issue is an important topic.
The men spoke about issues that were important to the people.
None. None means not any of someone or something.
He spent all his money. There is none left.
Jewelry. Jewelry is something that people wear, like earrings or necklaces.
The woman looked beautiful with her nice dress and jewelry.
Land. To land means to come to the ground, usually from a ship or aircraft.
The parachutist landed safely on the ground.
Meteor. A meteor is a rock from outer space that falls to Earth.
We saw a meteor in the sky last night.
Monster. A monster is any imaginary frightening creature that looks strange.
The monster scared everyone in the village.
Northern. If something is northern, it is in the direction of north.
It is much colder in northern countries than it is here.
Remote. If something is remote, it is very far away and difficult to get to.
It took many days to get to the remote island.
Southern. If something is southern, it is in the direction of south.
Daegu is located in the southern part of the Korean peninsula.
Statue. A statue is an image of a person or animal made of stone or metal.
I saw a beautiful statue of a lion today.
Steam. Steam is water that has become hot and has turned into a misty gas.
We could see the steam rise from the boiling water.
Submit. To submit to someone is to agree to do what they tell you to do.
She submitted to her mother's wishes and did her homework.
Temple. A temple is a building that is used for religious purposes.
The people visited the temple to pray.
Upper. Upper means higher in position or place.
A home's attic is at the upper part of the structure.
Weed. A weed is a plant, especially one that is not useful or wanted.
The yard of the house was full of ugly weeds.
Wing. A wing is the part of an animal that lets it fly.
The bird used its wings to fly.
Tip. A tip is a pointed end of something.
The tip of his pen was very sharp.
Tradition. A tradition is something people have been doing for a long time.
Marriage is a tradition all over the world.
Trash. Trash is waste material or unwanted or worthless things.
Please take out the trash. It smells bad.
Wide. If something is wide, it is large from side to side.
The door was as wide as my arms.
Aware. If you are aware of something, you know about it.
I was not aware of the ringing phone.
Badly. Badly means in a severe or harmful way.
He hurt his arm badly playing with friends.
Belong. If something belongs to you, you own it.
The blue suit belongs to Paul.
Continue. To continue something is to keep doing it.
She stood under her umbrella as the rain continued to fall.
Error. An error is something you do wrong.
I made an error on my report, so my boss was angry.
Experience. An experience is something you have seen or done.
Rock climbing was a fun experience.
Field. A field is a big area of land.
The field of flowers looked so pretty.
Hurt. To hurt is to do something that makes you feel pain.
She hurt her leg falling down the stairs.
Judgment. Judgment is the ability to form opinions or decisions.
It's good judgment to recycle your aluminum cans.
Likely. If something likely happens, it will probably happen.
I will likely stay at home and watch TV tonight.
Normal. If something is normal, it is not strange nor surprising to you.
It is normal for me to bathe every night.
Rare. If something is rare, you do not see it very often.
It is rare for him to miss his flight.
Relax. To relax is to rest.
The frog relaxed in the warm sun.
Request. To request something is to ask for it.
The little girl requested a special gift from Santa Claus.
Reside. To reside means to live somewhere permanently or for a long time.
My brother and his family reside in a lovely house on the beach.
Result. A result is something that happens because of something else.
As a result of all the rain, the man had to climb on the roof.
Roll. To roll is to move by turning over and over.
You must roll the ball into the pins when you bowl.
Since. Since is used to talk about a past event still happening now.
Since 1992, he has been driving that car.
Patient. If a person is patient, they don't become angry or upset easily.
I had to be patient and wait until 5 o'clock to leave.
Positive. If something is positive, it is good.
She has a positive future ahead of her after finishing college.
Punish. To punish means to make someone suffer for breaking the rules or laws.
To punish me, my teacher had me stand in the corner.
Represent. To represent is to speak or act for a person or group.
My lawyer will represent me in court.
Shake. To shake is to move back and forth or up and down quickly.
When people shake hands, it usually means they agree.
Spread. To spread is to move quickly to more places.
I like to spread butter on my toast.
Stroll. To stroll means to walk slowly and calmly.
My dog and I strolled through the park today.
Village. A village is a very small town.
There are only a few houses in my village.
Appreciate. To appreciate something is to understand its good qualities.
I can appreciate the lovely scenery.
Available. If something is available, it means you can get it.
There were many seats available in the room.
Beat. To beat someone means to do better than they do.
I managed to beat everyone in the race.
Bright. If something is bright, it shows a lot of light.
The bright light from the explosion hurt my eyes.
Celebrate. To celebrate is to do something to show that an event is special.
We all celebrated when we heard the great news.
Determine. To determine means to choose or make a decision.
He tried to determine which one to eat first.
Disappear. To disappear means to go away or not be seen.
The top of the building is disappearing in the clouds.
Else. If you talk about something else, you talk about something different.
I wanted a bike for my birthday, but I got something else.
Fair. Fair describes treating someone in a way that is reasonable or right.
He sold me his car for a fair price.
Flow. To flow is to move easily and continuously in one direction.
The water flowed over the rocks and into the lake.
Forward. If you move forward, you move in the direction in front of you.
When he saw his mother, the baby crawled forward to her.
Hill. A hill is a round area of land. It is higher than the land around it.
The sun was rising above the green hills.
Level. A level is a point on a scale that measures something.
Please check the level of the temperature.
Lone. If someone or something is lone, they are the only one of that kind.
A lone man walked along the street.
Puddle. A puddle is a pool of liquid on the ground.
When the ice melted, it formed a puddle.
Response. A response is the answer to a question.
He asked if I was sad. My response was no.
Season. A season is a time of the year. Spring, summer, fall, or winter.
Fall is a warm season, while winter is very cold.
Solution. A solution is a way to solve a problem.
There are many problems. We need solutions.
Waste. To waste means to carelessly use something all up.
Turn off the water so you don't waste it.
Cheer. To cheer is to give a loud shout of approval or encouragement.
The crowd all cheered when the home team won.
Complex. If something is complex, it has many small parts. It is hard to understand.
A jigsaw puzzle can be complex because it has so many pieces.
Critic. A critic is someone who gives their opinions about movies, books, plays, etc.
The wine critic tasted the wine so he could give his opinion.
Event. An event is something that happens, especially something important.
Finishing high school was a major event in his life.
Exercise. To exercise is to run or play sports so that you can be healthy.
You should exercise every day.
Fit. If something fits, it is small enough or the right size to go there.
The colorful eggs fit into the box.
Friendship. Friendship is the relationship between people who are friends.
Michael and Lisa have a very strong friendship with each other.
Guide. A guide is someone who shows you where to go.
We followed a guide at the park.
Lack. If there is a lack of something, there is not enough of it.
His only problem is a lack of money.
Passage. A passage is a long area with walls that goes from one place to another.
The long passage led us to the other side of the field.
Perform. To perform is to do something in front of people who watch.
He will perform a song for the class.
Pressure. Pressure is what you apply to make someone do something.
They put pressure on him to change his mind.
Probable. If something is probable, it is likely to happen.
It is probable that you will get a good grade if you study for the test.
Public. If something is public, it is meant for everyone to use.
I went to the public park to play with my friends.
Weather. You use weather when you must choose between two things.
I could not decide whether to go left or right.
Appear. To appear is to seem.
She appeared to be sad. She was crying.
Base. The base is the bottom of something.
The base of the table has 3 legs.
Brain. The brain is the organ in your head that lets you think.
You must use your brain to solve the problem.
Career. A career is a job that you do for a large part of your life.
He was in the hospitality business for most of his career.
Clerk. A clerk is a type of worker. Clerks in a store help customers.
The clerk added up her bill for the groceries.
Effort. Effort is hard work or an attempt to do something.
He always puts a lot of effort into his studies.
Enter. To enter a place is to go into it.
2 guards greeted me as I entered the front door.
Excellent. When something is excellent, it is very good.
I got an excellent score on my school test.
Hero. A hero is a brave person who does things to help others.
To children, the man in the blue and red costume was a real hero.
Hurry. To hurry is to do something quickly.
I hurried home on my bike.
Inform. To inform someone is to tell them about something.
I called and informed her about my idea.
Later. Later means after the present, expected or usual time.
She missed the train, so she'll arrive a little later than expected.
Leave. To leave means to go away from someone or something.
He packed his bag and was ready to leave for home.
Locate. To locate something is to find it.
I could not locate my keys in the house.
Nurse. A nurse is a person who helps sick people in the hospital.
A nurse helped me get better.
Operation. An operation is when a doctor replaces or removes something in the body.
The operation on my arm was a success.
Pain. Pain is the feeling that you have when you are hurt.
His head was full of pain.
Refuse. To refuse something is to say no to it.
The dog refused to play with the cat.
Though. Though is used when the second idea makes the first seem surprising.
Though he was overweight, he liked to be active.
Various. If something is various, there are many types of it.
She owned shoes of various styles.
Argue is to angrily speak to someone because you do not agree.
We argued about where to go for dinner.
Communicate. To communicate is to give information by talking, writing, etc.
I communicated with Paul about his new ideas.
Crowd. A crowd is a large group of people.
A large crowd had gathered on the street to see the accident.
Depend. To depend on someone or something is to need them.
Children depend on their parents for many things.
Dish. A dish is a plate.
She put a clean white dish on the table.
Blood. Blood is the red liquid in your body.
I cut my finger and got blood on my shirt.
Burn. To burn something is to set it on fire.
I burned some wood in the campfire.
Cell. A cell is a small room where a person is locked in.
The jail cell was very small.
Contain. To contain something is to have it inside.
The mailbox contained a letter.
Correct. To be correct is to be right.
All of my answers on the test were correct.
Crop. A crop is food that a farmer grows.
Wheat is a crop that is made into bread.
Demand. To demand something is to say strongly that you want it.
The workers demanded to be paid more money.
Equal. To be equal is to be the same.
Both students are equal in age.
Feed. To feed is to give food.
Mother feeds my baby brother every day.
Hole. A hole is an opening in something.
The man was going to jump into the hole in the ice.
Increase. To increase something is to make it larger or more.
They've increased the price of gas by 15 cents.
Lord. Long ago, a lord was a man in charge of a town.
The lord of the town was not kind.
Owe. To owe is to have to pay or give back something received from another.
I owed him $20, so I paid him back.
Position. A position is the way something is placed.
How can you sit in that position?
Raise. To raise something is to lift it up.
We had to work together to raise the last piece.
Responsible. If a person is responsible, they do the right things.
I tried to be responsible and save money.
Sight. A sight is something interesting to see.
I saw the pyramids of Egypt. What a sight!
Spot. A spot is a place where something happens.
The kitchen is a good spot to eat meals.
Structure. A structure is a building.
They just built a beautiful new structure downtown.
Whole. Whole means all of something.
I ate the whole pie. We don't have any more.
Block. A block is a solid piece of wood, stone, or ice.
I saw a block of ice on the floor.
Empty. If something is empty, it does not have anything in it.
My gas tank was almost empty, so I couldn't drive my car very long.
Exact. If something is exact, it is just the right amount.
Please use the exact amount of sugar for the cake.
Fresh. If something is fresh, it is new.
I just bought these oranges. They are very fresh.
Gather. To gather is to collect several things, usually from different places.
Sam gathered some flowers for his mother.
Indicate. To indicate means to show, point, or make something clear.
He pointed to his eyes to indicate where he had hurt himself.
Item. An item is a thing that you buy or sell.
I have many items for school in my bag.
Offer. To offer is to present someone with something.
He offered me the keys to his car.
Price. The price of something is how much it costs.
What is the price of this item?
Product. A product is something that is made.
My sister has many beauty products in her room.
Property. Property is something that someone owns.
The house is now my property.
Purchase. To purchase something is to buy it.
I recently purchased a new car.
Recommend. To recommend something is to say that someone should do it.
My doctor recommended that I get some exercise.
Select. To select something is to choose it.
I hope that I selected the right answers on the test.
Tool. A tool is something that helps you do a task.
We used a tool to fix the window.
Treat. To treat is to act in a certain way toward someone.
The cats treated the mouse very nicely.
Arrow. An arrow is a thin, straight stick shot from a bow.
The arrow flew through the air and hit the target.
Battle. A battle is a fight between two armies during a war.
The battle lasted for many days.
Bow. A bow is a weapon made of curved wood and string that shoots arrows.
He went hunting with a bow and arrow.
Brave. When people are brave, they are not afraid to face pain or danger.
The brave firefighter saved the girl from the burning building.
Chief. A chief is the leader of a group of people.
The chief led the people through the mountains.
Disadvantage. A disadvantage is a situation where someone is likely to lose.
Mike had a disadvantage in the race since he hurt his knee.
Enemy. An enemy is a country that is fighting another country during a war.
The enemy prepared to attack the kingdom.
Entrance. An entrance is a place where someone can enter an area.
The gate was locked, so Bill had to find a different entrance.
Storm. A storm is very bad weather. There is a lot of rain or snow.
Did that storm wake you up last night?
Within. You use within to say that something is inside another thing.
Within the box.
Benefit. A benefit is a good thing.
Being able to fly is a good benefit to birds.
Certain. If you are certain about something, you know it is true.
I am certain that zebras have stripes.
Chance. A chance is an opportunity to do something.
I had a chance to see the Roman Colosseum last summer.
Effect. An effect is a change made by something else.
The medicine had a good effect on the boy.
Essential. If something is essential, it is very important and necessary.
It is essential to have oxygen when you scuba dive.
Far. If something is far, it is not close.
It's far going from the East Coast to the West Coast of America.
Focus. To focus on something is to think about it and pay attention to it.
My mom always helps me to focus on my schoolwork.
Function. The function of something is what it does.
The function of a flashlight is to help you see in the dark.
Grass. Grass is the green leaves that cover the ground.
The grass looks so soft and green.
Guard. To guard something is to take care of it.
The police officer will guard us from any harm.
Image. The image of something is a picture of it.
The image of her eye was very clear.
Immediate. If something is immediate, it happens quickly.
An immediate response came from the pizza place.
Primary. If something is primary, it is the most important thing.
His primary thoughts are about money.
Proud. If someone feels proud, they are happy about what they have done.
She is proud of the picture she drew of her house.
Remain. To remain somewhere is to stay there.
My sister had to remain home since she was sick.
Rest. To rest is to stop being active while the body gets back its strength.
I rested on the couch after work.
Separate. If two things are separate, they are not together.
New York and Los Angeles are in two separate parts of America.
Site. A site is a place.
We found the perfect site for our picnic.
Tail. A tail is a part of an animal's body, sticking out from its rear or back.
Our dog wags its tail when it's happy.
Trouble. Trouble is a problem or a difficulty.
I have trouble working with my boss.
Visible. If something is visible, it can be seen.
The moon and stars were visible in the night sky.
Wild. If something is wild, it is found in nature.
You should be careful around a fox because it is a wild animal.
Band. A band is a group of people who play music.
My brother is in a rock band.
Barely. Barely means by the smallest amount, almost not.
I barely had enough money to pay for my bus ticket.
Boring. If something is boring, it is not fun.
I think the internet is boring.
Cancel. To cancel means to decide that an event or a request will not happen.
She canceled the rest of her plans because of the rain.
Driveway. A driveway is a short private road that leads to a person's home.
The long driveway led us to their new house.
Garbage. Garbage is waste material like unwanted or spoiled food, bottles, paper, etc.
The boy cleaned up the garbage around his house.
Instrument. An instrument is something designed to do a certain task, like music.
My favorite musical instrument is the piano.
List. A list is a record of information printed with an item on each line.
My mom makes a list of groceries to buy.
Magic. Magic is the power to do impossible things.
The magician used magic to pull a rabbit out of his hat.
Message. A message is a set of words that you send to someone.
I left a message for you in the envelope.
Notice. To notice something is to see it for the first time.
Did you notice the view?
Own. To own something means to have it. That thing belongs to you.
My grandfather owns that house.
Predict. To predict something is to say that it will happen.
She predicted that I would get married next year.
Professor. A professor is a person who teaches in college.
Mike's science professor knows a lot about physics.
Rush. To rush is to go somewhere or do something very quickly.
Nancy rushed to finish her homework.
Schedule. A schedule is a plan that tells you when to do things.
What is your class schedule for today?
Share. To share something is to give some of it to another person.
Jimmy shared his apple with me.
Stage. A stage is a place where actors or musicians act or sing.
A large screen was on the stage.